When you draw the human body, do you ever feel like something just looks off? You can fix it with one super simple body scaffold. First, draw 3 bracket shapes to place the head, ribcage, and the pelvis. Then, add an eye and a U to clarify the structure of the ribcage and the pelvis. Finally, add 4 big circles for the shoulder and hip joints. You can roughly think of the head, ribcage, and the pelvis as having a 1 to 1.5 to 1 proportion. Let me show you how to use this scaffold to draw different poses. This simple scaffold helps you focus on the overall flow first, instead of rushing into the details. The simple things are often the most important. If the overall flow is off, all the muscle detail in the world won't fix the drawing. Now, I'm drawing the back view. Later, I will use this scaffold to fix the drawing we saw at the beginning. Let's fix up this drawing. First, let's draw the body scaffold over this drawing and see what the underlying body flow actually looks like. Drawing 3 brackets first. Then drawing an eye and a U. Finally, drawing 4 dots. Based on this scaffold, we can clearly see the body's overall flow shown by the green line, which is also the center line of the torso. Going back to this drawing, you can see that the muscle contours don't follow the flow marked by the green center line. The muscle contour is straight instead of following a curve. Once the overall flow is in place, there's one more important thing to figure out: which way the head, ribcage, and the pelvis are facing in perspective. We can figure that out by adding cross sections. It's almost like doing a magic trick and sliding these slices into the character's body. This is the cross section of the head. Because we are looking up at it, we can see the underside of the slice. These are the top and the bottom cross sections of the ribcage. Because we are also viewing them from below, we can see the underside of the slice. Finally, there are the top and the bottom cross sections of the pelvis. Because we are viewing them from above, we can see the top of the slices. Now, let's use these inserted cross sections to check the perspective in this drawing. The brow line and the eyes match the slice perspective. Check. The clavicles, chest muscles, and upper abs match it too. Check. The lower abs match it. Check. The angle between the lower abs and the V-line also matches. Check. And the waistband perspective matches as well. Check. So, the perspective of this character is actually fine. All we need to do now is fix the outer contour of the muscles so it follows the flow of the torso's center line. Let's start fixing it. Because the chest is lifted, the pectoral muscles are being stretched. So, the outer contour becomes flatter. As the torso is leaning back, the abs are being stretched. So, the flow of the abdominal muscles needs to follow the center line. Leaning the torso back compresses part of the external oblique. So, that area of the muscle will bulge out more. At this point, we can see that the body's true flow is actually quite dynamic. In other words, the flow of the scaffold and the flow of the old outer contour don't line up. That's why the figure ends up looking stiff. So, this all-purpose body scaffold really comes down to 3 steps. Simple scaffold, proportion check, cross sections to confirm direction. Now, you might be wondering, how do we add the muscles to this scaffold? That's exactly what I will cover in the next video. See you there.